At Southern Chautauqua Federal Credit Union, we believe in supporting our community and helping you achieve your financial goals and strive to make a positive impact for our members and the community. Our mission is to empower individuals with the skills and resources necessary to achieve financial freedom. As our members and the community achieve their goals, we fulfill ours, creating a brighter future together. Southern Chautauqua Federal Credit Union, your partner in financial well-being.
Today on CHQ In-View, we're going global, sharing flavor at SUNY JCC, a look at the student-hosted international fair, bringing cultures, cuisines, and all new perspectives under one roof. Plus, a special visit from the St. Susan Center. They're sharing what's new for this holiday's haul. And yes, they're sticking around to do even Speak Teen Challenge. We're also hearing the best voices in media, including the Bill's executive producer, Jay Harris, and Lilly Broadcasting Director, Scott McDowell, with advice for tomorrow's storytellers. And later we'll check and see how the phone ban is going on at Jamestown High School. All that and more right now on CHQ In-View.
From CCS-TV, this is CHQ In-View.
Welcome to CHQ In-View. I'm Jack Kresny, and we start today with a tragedy in our community. A growing memorial now sits outside Fletcher Elementary. A young student was killed outside by a district school bus on Monday morning. Police was saying the bus was dropping off other students at the school when the child was struck. Families and classmates and neighbors have been leaving flowers, stuffed animals, and handwritten notes of heartfelt tribute to their classmate, friend, and loved one. The Jamestown Public School District says the loss has been devastating for staff, and the entire community. Counselors and crisis-trained professionals are available for anyone who needs support, and the district says those services will remain in place as long as needed. Superintendent Dr. Kevin Whitaker called an accident and an unimaginable loss, and their thoughts are with the students' family, friends, and the Fletcher school community. A longtime school crossing guard known as Craig the Crossing Guard also shared how this deeply tragedy affected him.
I lost one of my students that went up here. I realized it's my job to protect these kids.
A police investigation found that this was a tragic accident and said no charges will be filed against the bus driver. The district encourages anyone who needs help processing this loss to reach out to the community as the community continues to heal. Flu season was bad last year, and we could be in for a repeat. We're seeing the likelihood of a second severe flu season in a row because of the lagging vaccinations and a mutated strand. The strand is called the subclade K and is behind early surges in the United Kingdom, Canada, and Japan. Last winter, the U.S. had its highest rate of flu hospitalizations in nearly 15 years. At least 280 children died of influenza, the highest number on record going back to 2004. This week, students got the chance to travel the world during a SUNY JCC International Fair event. The event featured cultures, languages, and food from across the globe. CCS-TV's Tori Lundmark hearing from organizers and participants.
Inside SUNY JCC's student union, both college and middle school students got a chance to explore the world. No passport needed. Though, thanks to the event organizers, they got one anyway.
Each of the learners go around and they learn about each country, and then once they've learned about each country, the country will give them a nice stamp, and once they've got 6 stamps, we give them a nice prize, which is a nice stress ball that's like a shape of the globe.
Organizers tell us the event does more than share experiences, it breaks down stereotypes.
For me, I actually feel like this is very needed because I feel when I came to this country specifically that not a lot of people really know what's out. Like they hear Africa and they think huts and everything.
I feel like it's important for kids to know a little bit more about the world outside of just America and see the different cultures. I mean, I personally like learning about different cultures. I think it's very fun. It's very interesting.
And of course, no world tour is complete without food.
Tell me about the skewers. How make it?
They are the same color as the Italian flag, so they are green, white, and red. So we use olive, cheese, and tomatoes in order to simulate the Italian flag. I'm really happy and proud to represent Italy. It's like a honor for me.
Many from across the globe say the event is about sharing and building community.
It's nice talking to places from different backgrounds, you know, different pasts, and just learning. It's a great learning experience. Like, not much people even know about Zimbabwe as a whole. So it's nice to educate some people, you know, give them a piece of myself, and yeah, I really appreciate JCC for giving me a platform to do so.
For others, the event helped make new connections.
I think that the more things you do, like, I feel like the more well-rounded you are, I think you respect more people in a sense, because like, I think that I can understand other people's perspectives more because I talk to so many people, and it's like, I don't feel as ignorant when I talk about I guess things in my everyday life because I talk to so many people.
For many, the energy in the room was a reminder of how diverse and welcoming JCC can be.
Coming from South Africa, we already have such a diverse culture. So coming here and having so many different international people to learn from, it provides such a diverse perspective on things, and I find it really interesting. I think it's really important.
And from the college students' perspective, seeing middle schoolers involved made the event even more special.
I think the younger you are, the more impressionable you are, and the more open-minded you are. So the more you're able to learn about these cultures without any stereotypes and stigmatism, and I think that's really important.
From new friendships to new flavors, JCC's international celebration gave students a taste of the world, all in one afternoon. Tori Lundmark, CCS-TV.
The Chautauqua County Office for Aging Services wrapped up in a series of open houses this week, giving residents a chance to tour their updated locations and learn about available support. The events were held in Mayville and Jamestown and Dunkirk. We stopped by the Jamestown office on Institute Street where staff met with community members looking to help with benefits, caregivers, resources, and long-term support options. The Office for Aging says that these were open houses with a celebration of their newly renovated and accessible spaces and a part of their broader effort to expand services around the county, including New York Connects. Among those who attended was Audrey Little of the Sinclairville, who came in to help with the Medicare and enrollment. She said that she received assistance right away and noticed a big improvement in how the office connects with the community.
Instead of just being here, they're reaching out to the community and doing a lot of good things. So I think it's great that they're involving, you know, a lot of seniors and taking care of the seniors, because that's very important.
For more information about programs and support, you can visit chqgov.com or call New York Connects at 716-753-4582. Again, that's 716-753-4582. Coming up next on CHQ In-View, we're just getting started with a jam-packed show and lineup that you won't want to miss. First up, Jamestown's own Jay Harris, executive producer for the Buffalo Bills, joins us to break down the world of sports media and what it takes to create content for one of the most NFL's passionate fan bases. Plus, we're diving into how kids and students can get their start in media with tips and insights straight from the pros who are making it happen every day. CHQ In-View is back in just a moment.
Experience the difference buying your next pre-owned ride at Schultz. Certified technicians ensure every vehicle has up-to-date maintenance and reconditioning to make our pre-owned inventory like new again. Most pre-owned purchases include a limited lifetime engine warranty and 1 year of complimentary service. Explore Schultz extended warranty options for even more peace of mind on the road. That's why we say you can't beat a Schultz deal.
Welcome to the Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame, located at 15 West 3rd Street in Jamestown. Visitors will see photographs, awards, apparel, and other sports memorabilia. We invite all visitors to stop in the Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame and learn about the sports history of Chautauqua County.
In Lakewood, life moves with the rhythm of the lake. Morning coffee with friends, afternoons on the tennis courts, evenings filled with music and laughter. From pickleball rallies to family sailing, from local shops to the farmer's market, Lakewood is where moments turn into memories. This is community. This is connection. This is Lakewood, New York, where good times live.
Welcome back to CHQ In-View. Today we're taking a deep dive in media with two special guests on the show. One from the world of sports and the other news. To start, we welcome Jamestown native Jay Harris, executive producer for the Buffalo Bills. He's been rising through the ranks of sports media, producing content for One Bills Lives podcasts and live streams. Today he joins us to talk about his career and his time in sports media, of course, all things Buffalo Bills. Jay, thanks for joining us. First, growing up in Jamestown, how do you think that shaped your upbringing and helped you bring to where you are today?
That's a good question. I think being from Jamestown, being a smaller kind of town, but being so close to Buffalo, it almost kind of kept me at a distance from professional sports, being the Bills and Sabres, but also kept me kind of close. So it was always a challenge for me to figure out, like, okay, how can I get to Buffalo? How can I work for the teams or cover the teams that I love so much and share that passion? So just having the opportunities and knowing that it was kind of closer than I thought, and then figuring out how I can get those opportunities, whether it's through schooling or other internships, kind of worked out in a benefit for me.
That's super cool. And so now you work with the Buffalo Bills. You used to work with the Sabres. How does that differ from your job at the Sabres now working at the Buffalo Bills?
So I actually worked twofold. The umbrella that owned the team at the time was called Pagula Sports and Entertainment. So they owned all the entities underneath. So Bills, Sabres, Bandits, even their record label. So working for both teams was really unique opportunity for me because I grew up both a Bills and Sabres fan. So it was pretty cool to kind of dip my toes into both those sports. So it was a unique aspect where you can kind of involve yourself in the hockey side of things as well as the football side. And whether you treat them equally or not, I mean, some people will put the NFL at kind of a higher level. So you kind of get that awe aspect of things. But then to covering hockey, where I grew up and I played hockey, was really kind of a cool experience for me. And on top of that, you're kind of overwhelmed with both sports. So it was a challenge at the same time because you had to cover the NHL. You had to be up to date on everything that was going on with that team. And then on the other side, you had to be kind of in depth and in the pool with the Buffalo Bills and the NFL as a whole as well. So the challenge was there, but it was a really cool experience for me. And now, obviously, I'm situated strictly with the Bills, which is an awesome ride right now as they're playing well, and it makes my job a little easier, right?
Sure. So you work for just the Bills now. I asked you this question before, but I thought it was interesting for other people to know. When you're doing home games, how many people work on your media team to create the package for the TV and the Steve Tasker show that you run?
Yeah, so there's a lot. I'll start on game day. There's a lot of production staff because I kind of piggyback off the production staff that's doing the scoreboard show. So if you're in game and you're at the stadium, whatever's on the scoreboard is what is being broadcast out on the scoreboard. There's probably 50 personnel that are working to put on that broadcast, whether it comes from the graphics, the replays that you see, to fan engagement pieces, to sponsor pieces. And then also it works in two-hand where they're showing replays. You have to be cognizant of showing the coaching staff to make sure that they're seeing a replay. If a guy has 2 feet in bounds, you need to make sure you give them that opportunity to see that. So just in case they need to throw a challenge flag. So there's a lot that goes in to that sort of aspect of it when we were in game, but post game, those same guys will pull highlights for me, and I will come up with discussion points and talk to the talent, Maddie Glab, who's our Bills team reporter, and Steve Tasker, Wall of Famer, former All-Pro special teamer for the Buffalo Bills, to come up with talking points for the game. And then when the game's done, we'll kind of segment it just like you guys do here on this program, and we'll have video to go along with it, and then any creative pieces, whether it's a player spotlight or game highlights, we'll put those together as well. So it's kind of all inclusive, and everybody kind of takes my lead a little bit, but I also allow for creative freedom as well. If somebody has an idea that might be cool, or a shot, or something that happened at halftime of the game, whether it's a frisbee or corgi race, which is also very popular, sometimes I can incorporate that into my show if I have time for it, but only if they win, right? It would be kind of silly if they lost and we're doing those funny things.
So, growing up in Jamestown, now you're on a huge production, booing at the home games, and I was wondering about, so when you're doing the away games as well, how many people do those? Because I thought you mentioned, you said it was a very low amount, and I was wondering how that
It
occurred.
is. So it's a stripped down staff, but because of technology on the road and the ability to, with our replay systems, to bring in highlights. So there's probably eight of us, and that includes the talent that does road games. I'll go to the stadium in our production house, in our control room, and we'll do the same thing. I'll go over topics and talking points and pull highlights and communicate that to my video replay assistant, and then any graphic information, whether it's stats or bullet points or injury updates or any talking points that go on the bottom of the screen that I need to reference. I'll communicate all that. I have an awesome staff who can put this stuff together, and we'll do an hour post-game show that we stream called Bills Post-Game Live, and then we'll break down and do a more structured post-game show called Bills Tonight, which airs on MSG following the game at 11:30 that night, and then throughout the week as well. So it's a little bit different, but we have the ability to take live feeds from wherever we're playing. So Houston last week, I'm able to get sound, I'm able to get video, I'm able to get reaction all on site instantaneously, and I'm able to turn that around for our post-game shows. So it's like we have a full staff on the road, but we really don't. I'm just able to transmit that through some pretty cool technology.
So growing up a huge Buffalo fan, now running these huge events and big games, what does it feel like now giving guys like Steve Tasker their vacation hours?
Yeah, so for me growing up, Steve Tasker, Jim Kelly, Thurman Thomas, Andre Reed, those were my heroes, right? Like, I looked up to those people when I watched games. Never would have thought in a million years that I'd be working with them, and then they, sometimes if they listen to me, I can tell them what to do. But you mentioned that growing up, I love Steve Tasker. He was my favorite player growing up. And the butt of my joke is that now I approve his vacation time, which is just surreal to me. So talking about that and going on this show right now kind of humbles me a little bit and kind of gives me a chance to reflect on what I'm able to do on a daily basis, the path that I've gone on, and kind of a full circle of what I'm able to do on a daily basis. It's cool, and I don't take it for granted. And having conversations like this is really, really awesome, because I'm not breaking rocks, right? I'm doing something that I love. It's a passion of mine, and I'm kind of feeding the Bills Mafia in a sense on a daily basis, which is kind of cool, because if I was on the other side of things, not doing this, I'd be all about it. I'd be tuning in. I'd be watching every second of it. I'd be soaking it all up. So to be a part of that is really, really awesome. And the chance that I can to feed back to my hometown and Jamestown, and kind of maybe give a little bit of motivation to those that want to follow in my footsteps, or at least kind of come into this path, is awesome. It's awesome.
That's super cool. And I have one more question for you. What advice would you give to someone, say, like us at CTV, young, up and coming, trying to get into the sports media name? How could you make a name for yourself and get those higher up jobs?
So
like the one that
you asked me about my path, right, to getting to this point, and that's a big part of it, right? Finding yourself there. But once you're there, how are you going to re-engage yourself? How are you going to stay connected? How are you going to re-engage that passion that you had when you first started? That's the big part of it, because it's a career, right? You want to make it a career. You want to be doing this for 30, 40 years, even if you have the chance. So how do you wake up every day? How do you go to work and make it exciting and want to do it every single day? Because you're mixing work with play a little bit, right? Like, this is a passion that I have, but it's still, there's the work aspect of it. So being comfortable with being uncomfortable is something that I'll tell people all the time. Challenge yourself, dip your toes in every single aspect that you can, be versatile, never knock down an opportunity if it comes to you, and then don't overwhelm yourself. You know, the mental side of things is huge. Take a step back, take a breath, have fun, and keep yourself engaged. I always say find ways to keep yourself engaged, whether that's trying new things or developing new programs or connecting with different people to have resources, mentors. That's huge as well. And just kind of getting a full grasp on what you're doing, whether it's in news or anything. This is just advice in life, but making sure that you're readily engaged and that you're creative and that you're willing to do whatever it takes to kind of help others out and then help yourself out too as you're growing up.
I appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Jay Harris, Jamestown High School grad and Buffalo Bills producer Jay. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak to us today about your journey through media.
Jackson, it's been a pleasure. Go Bills.
Go Bills. Next on CHQ In-View, we're keeping up our focus by inspiring the next generation of media creators with one of the most influential news leaders in our region. Lily Broadcasting's corporate news director, Scott McDowell, joins us in studio. He's taking all things media from the industry to trends to our partnership with CCS-TV and his advice to young journalists starting their journey, including the students here right now on the show. Stay with us on CHQ In-View. Continues right after this.
Welcome to Lakewood, New York, where community and adventure meet by the water's edge. Stroll our farmers market, sip something special at bag and string wine merchants, and discover local shops that feel like home. From sailing and pickleball to concerts in the park, every season brings a reason to gather. Lakewood isn't just a destination, it's a way of life. Discover it for yourself. Lakewood, where good times live.
At Southern Chautauqua Federal Credit Union, we believe in supporting our community and helping you achieve your financial goals and strive to make a positive impact for our members and the community. Our mission is to empower individuals with the skills and resources necessary to achieve financial freedom. As our members and the community achieve their goals, we fulfill ours, creating a brighter future together. Southern Chautauqua Federal Credit Union, your partner in financial well-being.
Looking to feed the family, the whole team, or just your own hungry self? Honest John's has you covered. We're talking fresh-made subs, crispy wings, and pizza so good you might just start happy dancing. Trust Honest John's for takeout, delivery, and easy online ordering so you can get the goods without lifting more than a finger. Or stop in for our famous all-you-can-eat pizza buffet. From crispy wings to cheesy pies, Honest John's satisfies. Order now at honestjohns.pizza.
On this week's CHQ In-View, we're taking a closer look at the world of media and broadcasting. We just spoke with Jay Harris of the Buffalo Bills to chat all things Buffalo and sports. We now have Scott McDowell on the news side of things and a director at Lily Broadcasting in Erie, Pennsylvania. Scott, thanks for joining us.
Oh, my pleasure, Jackson. Great to be here and part of the team and see your setup and get to talk with you.
Yeah. So we wanted to know about your role at Lily Broadcasting and what your day looks like.
My day looks like, in my role, and it's kind of been a news role over 43 years, and crack director Justin Gould will tell you this, who's behind the scenes right now. But you do this long enough and it's in your blood, you really don't unplug. You're always ready to go. So it can be a 6 o'clock in the morning crew call. We had our food drive over in Erie the other day that was very successful. We broke records there, which was cool. But generally, I'm looking at 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, and then through the evening shows that we go through. We have stations that really broadcasting from Guam, Puerto Rico, U.S. Virgin Islands, Marquette, Michigan, over in Erie, Pennsylvania, of course. Our signal penetrates right in here into the Jamestown, Chautauqua area. We have one in Elmira, New York, which is great. So all of these stations kind of come under me when it comes to news stuff. And it's a lot of fun. It's still in my blood. 43 years of doing this, I wouldn't change a thing, Jackson. I hope you're the next one.
I've always found in media you do have to wake up early and stay up late. You'll be editing something till 12, and then you'll wake up to go report on something that's 8 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Yes, sir.
And I was wondering, how did you get started in the media industry? What led you to this path and got to this current position where you are in corporate news?
Yeah, you know, it's interesting, and this goes back to the early days of WKBW in Buffalo. The ABC affiliate there, and there are plenty of people here who still remember Irv Weinstein, Rick and Tom Joels, the whole team from way back when, it's a little before your time. But my dad worked there for years, and it's one of those, I kind of came up, you know, like you, doing the same type of thing here. It's all the lights and the action and you look at the switcher back there and you just want to be part of it. And it was that natural fascination in everything news. You know, I just wanted to know about it. I wanted to be that eyewitness. We were Eyewitness News at the time, and I drove that home, and I wanted to be part of that. So I started there with my dad taking me in way back when. I'm old enough to have shot crank-up 16mm film cameras. The ones that look like they have big Mickey Mouse ears on them. Yep, carried those. My back and neck tells me that I did for years every day when I wake up. But it was still the best.
Yeah.
It was the best. I learned from so many great people right in Buffalo. I've traveled all over the place, but this is home. Always be home. Some of the best people, best fans, you name it, best journalists you'll find anywhere.
Yeah, I found I don't have to be using the big film cameras. I just have a little camera I can bring around. It's not. It doesn't have to be as. It doesn't have to be as fancy as bringing around a huge camera. If you just get something done, it's really important. So at CCS-TV, we are proud to partner with Lilly Broadcasting and help connect our mentor to our team. Scott, what do you think about programs like CCS-TV bring to this community and why they're important?
When you take a look at what Patrick Smeraldo's done, what Justin Gould has done in carving out this TV studio, in carving out an opportunity for students to do this. You have such a news desert over here in the Jamestown area, up and down the I-86 corridor. And to know that we could partner with you guys and selfishly kind of develop journalists along the way that could be coming over to Erie, that could be coming to Elmira, that could be going up to Marquette, Michigan, and we could launch careers there. It's a great partnership. And those two should get a key to the city for bringing something like this to town. Because it's that information that you need to know, and you guys are doing a really great job in learning from some of the very best along the way. You can't get a better collaboration like that. I'm happy to know that we're sharing your stuff right now on our Facebook page. We know that the parade's coming up, and I'm sure you're going to ask me about that parade too.
So one of my personal questions, what do you think the benefit of, instead of having more experienced, more older adult broadcasters, instead of and now in Jamestown we have kids running this association, what's the benefit in having a more youthful growing audience?
You know, I think you develop more audiences. You guys have a different take, different perspective. Now, take nothing away from when the big stories hit. You kind of need that person that has that depth, the institutional knowledge of a Jamestown. And that's where Justin comes in, Patrick comes in, because they can help you along with, hey, I remember where so-and-so, you know, Patrick, I mean, he's what, 75, 80 years old, I think?
I go 30-something. Like I'd say 30.
Okay, fair enough. Well, you're making his day. But no, I mean, the guy knows everybody in the community. And what a resource that is. But it goes hand in hand with your perspective, what you're seeing in schools, what you can tell other students, and bring new audiences in. And I think that's so important.
Yeah. Along with those new audience, I was wondering how the digital and social media has kind of changed the way you, at Your News Now and Lilly Broadcasting, is the way you produce news content.
It's digital first all the time, Jackson. You know this. If I don't hook and hold you within the first 10 seconds, TikTok King here, you're going to be flipping that thumb as fast as you can go all the way up. I guarantee you. If I don't tell you a great story within that first 10, 12 seconds, you're gone. So it's digital first all the time. It's a machine that we feed all the time. but it's so important that you get it right on there. There's so much false information out there.
Yeah.
So taking the time to read things over, taking the time to make sure that a post is right, that it's spelled right, is really important. But it's top of mind for us. We start every meeting in every station with what are we doing digitally to help feed that machine.
So along with that, kids watching media, we were wondering how students can take along the advantage of using that new technologies to get involved in media through the social media platforms.
We still have the internships left and right, but knowing that you guys are doing stuff like this, I can see myself farming more and more people here because it's a great first step.
Yeah.
As for the technology, it's amazing where to your point, where the cell phones have come, how quickly you can shoot something of high quality right off of your iPhone 17, right off of your Samsung, you name it. You know, that technology has come so far and made it so easy. But the trick there is, Jackson, and you got to promise me this as you go forward when you do this. The really good craftsman never blames bad tools or a bad phone or a bad camera. You got to kind of know how to shoot, what to shoot, and do it the right way along the way, because I think you'll hold more people. There's so many people that hold the cell phone out the car window and they're shooting something when they're driving down the road and on and on and on. And I'm still such a big proponent of quality stuff.
Yeah.
Quality material that you can watch when you put it out there. So shoot right along the way, and I think it's really going to pay off for you down the road.
I know personally, I want to make, instead of just throwing out as much as I can, I want to make something I can be proud of and look back and be like, oh, I don't regret making this. I like to look at it down the line. And speaking of down the line, where do you think local news and broadcasting will be in the next 5 to 10 years, outside of like quick social media things and the longer form big broadcasts?
Yeah. I think you have so many people right now that are going to find shows like this, that they're going to find that so much of cable has been cut, and they're looking for good but inexpensive options. So I think you're going to see more of a saturation of shows like this, which I think will go a long, long way. Next 5 to 10 years, it's kind of a warning for everybody, watch out for AI.
Yeah.
We've dipped our toes in it. There's so much coming down the pipe with AI that's going to give you even more information to go through. The trick there for us, for you, for everybody is to make sure we're transparent when we use it.
Yes.
So important that you know that, yep, I used AI, but I still read it over. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like all of our stations. I tell all of our stations right now, and I tell you the same thing. AI is great, but it's an intern. And interns make mistakes.
Yeah.
So you've got to have that extra set of eyes on it. And I think that is really where it's going to go. But I think hyper-local is also the way to go. Making sure that you have programs like this, you still need, AI can't be the person that goes out and talks to someone in Bemis Point and goes down to the fish and talks to somebody there, or goes over to Guppies and talks to somebody there. There's no AI yet. It may be coming down the road, but there's nobody that can have that human interaction. And here's a quick story for you. I just came back from a conference out of New York City. There is a whole push now for keeping it real. Hashtag keeping it real. 2 companies that will blow your mind that want to keep it real. Cadbury, the candy company, and Polaroid want to keep it real.
Yeah.
Because it is. It's something tangible. And for me, being older, it's something that I can hold on to. I love knowing if I take a picture of you, it's neat to have it on my phone. I've got a little over 19,000 pictures on my phone. I'm not going to find you quickly in a few years.
Yeah.
But having that Polaroid is still something special to me. So I get that too. I think there's a good combination, a good blend to both of those.
I also think it is important for AI media to not get into a physical form. Like if we're printing out AI images, it's really hard for people to decipher that from, like, if you point out, like, AI could look like drawings. If you make fake art and print it out, some people aren't going to know the difference.
You're right.
So
what's real?
Yeah, so it makes sense for Polaroid to do that. And one of my final questions, what trends are you excited to get into about sports or news media right now?
What am I excited to get into news media? Oh, come on, Buffalo Bills, let's go. I'm always excited. For our teams out of Erie, we cover Pittsburgh, we cover Cleveland. We know we've been there with Cleveland. We know what that's like. You know, your teams along the Great Lakes. I'm so excited for all the teams, even Cleveland. You know, I hope they all do well, because when they do well as television stations and stuff like that, I want to see you cover a championship parade in Niagara Square. That's what I want to see. I want to see the Buffalo Sabres turn it around. They're a hot mess. But the excitement that you never saw in 2006, the last time they really had that team come together, there's nothing better than to be a party on the plaza in front of that arena. That's the type of stuff I'm hopeful to see come forward. As for the news landscape, it is so politically driven right now. I think our midterm elections are going to be huge. It's such a driver in all of the news coverage, but that's coming down the pipe, which is going to be really, really big. For me, though, and I'm still a hook on the Steve Hartman CBS stories, people stories. I love knowing that, you know, one day, and we're gonna let all of your viewing audience here know. They don't know it yet, but Patrick and Justin back there, you and I are going to turn a story on them and Eric on what they're doing here. So there's the tease going forward. We're going to turn a story on them and what they've done here.
Yeah.
And you and I will put it together.
I'd love to join you on that. Ladies and gentlemen, this was Scott McDowell, Corporate News Director at Lilly Broadcasting, joining us today. Thank you so much, Scott, for sharing your knowledge and your time joining us on the show today.
Happy to, Jackson. Anytime.
Coming up next on CHQ In-View, we're checking back on the bell-to-bell cell phone ban in schools with the fresh reaction from Jamestown High School. Plus, with the holiday season right around the corner, local historians say that more families are digging into their roots. We'll show you how exploring family story right here on Chautauqua County. And later, St. Susan Center joins us in the studio as they kick off preparations for one of the community's biggest winter traditions. All that and more as CHQ rolls with us, and stay with us.
At Southern Chautauqua Federal Credit Union, we believe in supporting our community and helping you achieve your financial goals and strive to make a positive impact for our members and the community. Our mission is to empower individuals with the skills and resources necessary to achieve financial freedom. As our members and the community achieve their goals, we fulfill ours, creating a brighter future together. Southern Chautauqua Federal Credit Union, your partner in financial well-being.
Lake vibes, local flavor. Lakewood has it all. From mornings at the market to afternoons on the courts and evenings by the water. Every moment here feels like summer. Add in sailing, playgrounds, and live music in the park. And you've got the perfect mix of play and chill. Lakewood, New York, where good times live.
Looking to feed the family, the whole team, or just your own hungry self? Honest John's has you covered. We're talking fresh-made subs, crispy wings, and pizza so good you might just start happy dancing. Trust Honest John's for takeout, delivery, and easy online ordering so you can get the goods without lifting more than a finger. Or stop in for our famous all-you-can-eat pizza buffet. From crispy wings to cheesy pies, Honest John's satisfies. Order now at honestjohns.pizza.
What's life like in Chautauqua County? It's where small-town charm meets world-class culture, where your downtime gets an upgrade across miles of lakes, state parks, and vibrant local vineyards, where you can live the high life at a low cost as your dollars go further and your roots grow deeper. Whether you're building a business or advancing your career, settling down or settling up, choose Chautauqua County, where every step you take is toward the life you love. Start your next chapter at livechq.org.
CCS-TV, empowering voices, inspiring futures.
Welcome back to CHQ In-View. I'm Jackson Kresge. Here's a look at some local news headlines. It's now been nearly a half a school year, and since New York has instated their bell-to-bell phone ban that went into effect in Jamestown High School, is now seeing how students and staff have adjusted. Administrators say that the transition was challenging at the start, but first, the students have responded well to keeping their phones locked in their yonder pouches throughout the day. Staff report fewer distractions in classrooms, and students are engaging more with each other and playing games face-to-face and having conversations during lunch. I personally found that a lot of students have been playing Uno, which I thought was interesting. To help students adjust, the school has outlined clear steps for consequences. If a phone or a personal device is used to bring to school today, first offenses may result in the phone being held in the office until the end of the day, and parent contact. Second offenses can include a meeting with administration, and a third offense may require daily check-ins of the device with the office. Additional disciplinary action can follow for continued violations, with administrators having flexibility to adjust on a case-by-case basis.
Kids are less distracted in class, that in-between time when you're going from class to class, they used to be able to check their phones. You know, they might see something they don't like and be sent into a tizzy, or, you know, see that they've missed a phone call they can't return right then, and kind of, so I think just the overall focus back on school and not having those things to worry about during the day has been a benefit to our educational process, for sure.
Principal Smith says the policy is helping students focus on their class and reduce peer conflicts, building stronger and local social connections, making a positive shift in school culture. It's that time of the year to get those letters to Santa in the mail. The U.S. Postal Service annual Operation Santa is underway, a program that lets children and families send their holiday wishes straight to the North Pole. People can then adopt a child's letter and then make those wishes come true this year. Participants can even adopt an entire family as a team to make sure everyone in the same household is included. To learn more, visit USPSOperationSanta.com. We are just 2 weeks away from Jamestown's biggest holiday event in 2025. The holiday parade hits downtown on Saturday, December 6th at 6 p.m. This year we'll have holiday movie magic theme. Bring your friends and family downtown for lights, music, and holiday cheer, celebrating your favorite holiday films in true Jamestown style. Parade participants will line up in front of the Farm Fresh Foods at 3rd and Hall. Registration is open, but payments must be received by Friday, November 28th to guarantee your spot. No late entries will be accepted. On parade night, expect holiday movie magic floats, live music performances, and a fireworks finale at Tracy's Plaza. Can't make it downtown? Be sure to join us live on CCS-TV on YouTube, Roku, or the CCS-TV mobile app. For more information, to register, visit ccs-tv.com/holiday. With the holidays approaching, many of us are gathering with family and sharing stories from the past. But what if you could dig deeper into your roots? Today we explore how you can research your family history right here at Jamestown and Chautauqua County using their local records. Our county is a treasure trove for genealogist. CCS-TV Stavros Singleton is hearing from county historian Norman Carlson for tips on getting started.
I know the stuff well enough so that the phone rings and somebody asks me, I can give this out right off the top of my head.
Chautauqua County government holds an immense collection of genealogical records ready to help connect families with their pasts. Most are managed by the county clerk with additional resources at the county historian's office.
It's my job primarily to help people locate information in those records, but I also help them with any records in the county or records about any county residents.
Many records up to 1984 have been digitized and are available for free on FamilySearch.org. These include land deeds, manuscripts, and more, some indexed for easy searching, and others requiring a bit of detective work.
People can come in and they can use two public computers, or I can help them in my office.
But Carlson tells us for more comprehensive tools, consider Ancestry.com. It's a paid service with levels for U.S. or international access, plus extras like military records.
Familiarize yourself with both Ancestry and Family Search. Family Search is free of charge. Both of those services have introductory and instructional material.
The best part, New York residents can access extra free records on Ancestry with a state zip code. Libraries and historical societies often offer Ancestry Library Edition at no cost, though it doesn't include personal tree-building features.
You also want to be familiar with Cindy's List. And another good one I like to recommend, Steve Morse One Step, and Chautauqua County GenWeb, Roots Web.
For beginners, Carlson recommends starting local. Visit the Fenton History Center and join their genealogy support group. The Chautauqua County Genealogical Society has published invaluable materials like census extractions, cemetery records, assessment rolls, and school documents, resources not found in most counties.
Go in to your local historical society or even library, get the two basic forms, the pedigree and the family group sheet. Now, the pedigree, that's pretty obvious, but the family group sheet, that's one for each marriage. It has the husband, the wife, the children with their spouses.
These forms help organize your info, one for your lineage and another for each family unit with births, deaths, and marriages.
You have those filled out, and you can see, and anybody you approach can see at a glance just what you've done and what you need to do next.
And don't forget the human element. Interview relatives, especially older ones. With Thanksgiving coming up, it's the perfect time to pass out those forms and spark some conversations.
A recorder is great, they're fine, I recommend, but you want to know the spelling of the name, and you want to stop and clarify confusing or inconsistent information.
As for what Carlson most enjoys,
helping people. There are a lot of aspects to my job, but I have a good knowledge, which I should at my age, of the local resources. I've been studying local history and genealogy most of my adult life.
And if you're inspired, the historian welcomes volunteers to transcribe documents, inventory records, or even conduct interviews. Stavros Singleton, CCS-TV.
I would like to thank Stavros Singleton for that last segment. Whether you are online or in person, uncovering your family history in Chautauqua County is easier than you think. For more details, check out the county's historian website at chqgov.com. Coming up, the team behind St. Susan Center's Holiday Hall joins us in studio, and we'll need to talk about the need for tradition and how our community can make a real difference this season. That conversation is just ahead.
Welcome to the Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame, located at 15 West 3rd Street in Jamestown. Visitors will see photographs, awards, apparel, and other sports memorabilia. We invite all visitors to stop in the Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame and learn about the sports history of Chautauqua County.
Schultz is the place where you can not only find your next new car, you can customize it exactly how you want it. Build a vehicle from one of your favorite brands, secure rebates and incentives, and expect delivery within 6 to 8 weeks. Get the keys to your ride in-store or in your own driveway and enjoy a year of complimentary Schultz Auto Care. Walk in to view our exciting inventory of vehicles arriving daily, or schedule your digital consultation online today to discover why we say you can't beat a Schultz deal.
Stop by Wegmans for your safe and easy flu shot. Protecting you and your family from the flu is important to us, and our knowledgeable, caring pharmacists are ready to help. Vaccines are available for adults, seniors, and kids. Plus, there's no prescription needed and a $0 copay with most insurance. Visit our pharmacy today or make an appointment online. Wegmans, your one-stop shop to help keep your family safe and healthy.
Looking to feed the family, the whole team, or just your own hungry self? Honest John's has you covered. We're talking fresh-made subs, crispy wings, and pizza so good you might just start happy dancing. Trust Honest John's for takeout, delivery, and easy online ordering so you can get the goods without lifting more than a finger. Or stop in for our famous all-you-can-eat pizza buffet. From crispy wings to cheesy pies, Honest John's satisfies. Order now at honestjohns.pizza.
Welcome back to CHQ In-View. As we get closer to the holiday season, one of Jamestown's most meaningful traditions is about to return. The 13th annual Holiday Haul is set for December through the 18th through the 20th, I apologize. A 3-day effort that brings our community together to support the St. Susan Center. It's the mission of providing food and compassion to our neighbors in need. This year also brings a new addition, the Forever Rising Parade Truck, which will start collecting donations right from the Jamestown Christmas Parade route. Joining us to talk about the impact and the event of how our community members can get involved in the Cherry Roundwind, the executive director of the Susan Center, and Dan Keefe, board member and coordinator of the Holiday Haul. Thank you for being here with us.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, thanks.
Sherry, Dan, the Holiday Haul is now in the 13th year. For those who are not familiar, you can share this with what is the event is all about and why it's so special, a tradition for our community.
Well, Keith Martin started it 13 years ago. It was something he wanted to do. He was looking to do more to make an impact in the community. And at the same time, that was my first year in coaching basketball, JV girls, and I was doing the same thing, looking for some way to just be more than a basketball coach and involve them in the community. So we started a team effort to collect and challenge other teams, and somehow Keith convinced me to show up every year, and then 2 years ago he put the mantle down, and I've had it for the last 2 years.
That's super cool. Last year, your haul collected over $11,000, which is just astonishing, $11,000, and more than 6,000 pounds of food. What are your hopes heading into the next year's event, or this year's event?
So last year was a down year for us. The year before we did what?
We did 18,000 pounds, and we had $22,000 that was collected in year 11. And we expect an even better year this year.
I'm going to throw it out there. The goal is 20,000 pounds of food and $25,000.
What do you think caused that down year last year?
I don't know. I talked to a lot of people that had community events. I don't know if it was the economy, but a lot of events missed their goals last year. It wasn't for a lack of trying on anybody, so hopefully with the government shutdown and everything going on, that people are willing to give to those less fortunate than them.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going with it. The community has always supported this, and it's gotten bigger every year except for last year, and so that's been my goal.
I really hope you guys achieve that goal this year. This year also introduces something new, the Forever Rising Parade Truck that will be collecting donations right from the Jamestown Christmas Parade. How do you come up with the idea, and what do you think it's going to add to this event?
So we start this holiday haul at Cummins, where I work, my actual job, and we kick off the holiday haul there by collecting monetary donations and food donations. So we try to get corporate involved this year, and we have a next-gen truck that one of our employees is driving out to Indiana and bringing it back to go in the parade. So it's exposure for the holiday haul, it's exposure for the parade, and it's exposure obviously for Cummins. But they wanted some way to contribute to our community.
And we're very grateful for that, because Cummins and all the businesses in Jamestown have been very generous to St. Susan's and has helped us in so many ways, and it's been just absolutely amazing.
It's great to hear that all the companies in Jamestown are starting to buy into the St. Susan thing. You said that Cummins had been the key to some of your success. I was wondering what does Cummins bring, like employees or volunteer-wise, to the event?
So we have a program called Every Employee, Every Community, where they pay you 4 hours to go do community service and work to do service in the community, and it can be anything that you're passionate about. There's Toys for Tots, there's the Angel Tree, there's the Holiday Haul just in this month alone. We've gone out to the lake and taken weeds out. So anything that any employee can come up with that benefits the community, they're on board with.
Yeah. The need in our community is, the need in our community has started to grow so much, and the St. Susan Center is also working towards renovating its future home in the former Jamestown Business College. How does that affect your guys' hall this year?
What it does is it brings it brings a light on what we do. The hall will bring in a bunch of food, 20,000 pounds we're hoping, and 20,000 pounds of food will help us get through for the first quarter of next year. And it brings a light on why we're here. In Jamestown Business College, the former site, will enable us to serve our guests better and provide more for the community.
That's super cool. How does the Jamestown Business College help? How do I phrase this? How does the Jamestown College help all the people get to one area? How does that help them in like a larger mission?
It's a centralized area. We have about 50% of our guests that come from the south side, and we have 50% of our guests who come from the north side. And right now we're located on the south side of town. And this will just enable our guests to have a easier connection and able to get to the food that we have to offer.
That's amazing. That's great to hear. So we have a segment every week. It's called Do You Speak Teen? So we are putting our friends from St. Susan's to the ultimate test right here to see if they can crack the code of modern teen slang. So we would like to please welcome back Jerry and Dan, Troy Keefe, for this segment. We are going to start with our game, Do You Even Speak Teen? Sherry and Dan, are you ready to give this a shot?
Sure.
So we have our first word, which is low key. What do you think? What do you think that means?
Oh, you're looking at me.
That's your word.
Low key means on the down low. Keep everything low key.
He's got younger kids than I do.
So you're spot on. It means it's like sort of true, or if you like kind of agree with it on like a lower statement.
Mm-hmm.
So say I want to low key take a nap or something like that.
Nobody wants to low key take a nap.
Well,
everybody wants to take a nap as hard as they can.
So our next word is drip. What is it? Drip.
Well, this is easy because the team stole this from the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Drip is like the pizzazz, the robes, the attitude.
Yeah, you've got a good outfit on.
I'm glad he's here today.
If you were to take a guess on that one, what do you think you would have?
I would have said, just letting information out little by little. Oh my goodness.
So for our round 3.
Wait, was that right?
Yes, you were right. I had it. It was a good outfit. You got some style going on.
Styling and profile.
Yeah. So the next one throws people off. We have Delulu.
Are you talking about those little stuffed animals that spy on you?
I don't believe so. But if that's your answer, that's your answer. So Delulu is short for delusional.
Oh.
So say a kid thinks they're gonna upload one video and they're gonna be the next big thing.
Huh.
And I thought we were gonna talk about 6'7".
You want to define that for me?
I have no idea.
There's no real answer. It's just something that people say just to get a laugh out of each other. Anyway, so for I think this is our last one, but I might be wrong. I just got word that it's not our last one. We have GOAT. What does GOAT stand for?
Again, we'll use Ric Flair, greatest of all time.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my
Best,
goodness.
greatest of all time.
Yeah. Well,
And it's not LeBron.
Oh. Somebody might disagree with you on that.
I'm sure that's half the world that would.
Well, we will have.
Is your GOAT MJ then?
Kobe.
Kobe. Okay. Now more than half the world might be angry with you.
We will have to have this going on during the holiday haul on December 18th, 19th, and 20th. We'll have to continue this on, so when the folks come down bringing food, they have to give us a phrase that gets us with the teens.
Okay. So
I know you got a lot of old people in the back. Maybe they should bring phrases that you have to know.
So I would say it's officially safe to say that you guys speak more teen than when you walked in. Would you agree with that statement?
Yes.
For me, yes.
So that's going to close it for this edition of CHQ In-View. A big thank to Dan and Sherry from St. Susan, not just for playing along today, but for everything they do to support our community. We'll be back with more stories, more neighbors, and more conversations that matter here in Chautauqua County. I'm Jackson Kresge, and thank you for spending our time with us, and we'll see you next time on CHQ In-View.
This is CCS-TV, empowering voices, inspiring futures.